What up, YouTube? It's time for another Thursday video, and we'll get into some more laid-back content in just a second. We're going to start you off with a couple of your updates on your Thursday. First off, just yesterday, Morgan Adams posted a video, and she posted just one of her fun camping vlog style videos. She's a funny girl, she's having a great time, and she did address the Shane Dawson drama and her thoughts and feelings on it, and basically said that she's not condoning his actions, but he is still like a person in her life that matters to her, that he is still like a part of her family and not somebody that she would see, you know, based on the past, because she admittedly doesn't have that history of watching the videos for years and years and years and years and years. But she did bring up a good point, a couple of good points actually, when she first off stated that we're seeing a very small window of people on YouTube to be judging them as people, and I agree with that. And the other thing that she said was she wants to sign a waiver to not be on drama channels, which is just wonderful, and that should be a thing. But I appreciate Morgan still being on social media. I appreciate her being open and honest. I appreciate that she continues to upload funny quality content, and I'll be looking forward to more videos from her in the future. In other news, Gabby Hanna is back on her podcast, and she appears to have uploaded another one this morning, like very recently, because I'm on the East Coast over here, but it's titled Harry Potter Ruined by Gabby or something, and her new podcast name is Unfollow Your Dreams, which just doesn't roll off the tongue as good, but it is what it is, and if she wants to call it Unfollow Your Dreams, then by all means let her. So that covers the two recent things that I've kind of noticed. Anything else, including the James Charles accusations and any other stuff, has been addressed in other channels, and I don't feel like taking content away from them. So let me fast forward to my life, which has gone from seemingly dull to very much more exciting these last few weeks. I've had the privilege of being able to work at a summer camp in a town near where I live that I've been working these last 3 summers, and it's only about a month-long camp. We see between 10 and 15 kids. I work with 2 other people, and it went from being not fun to fun because of a couple of things that have changed in my mindset. First off, it's already difficult to run a camp for, you know, youth in the age that we're running it for, which is ages, you know, 6th grade up through, I think 9th grade is the cutoff, because they've been stuck at home, presumably, for the last 4 months without seeing their friends or peers. And they have to get used to, you know, staying 6 feet apart and not wearing masks and following all these rules. But I feel like we finally kind of made some progress this week as far as like the general attitude of the group. And I'm going to share something that I shared with my boss that was a little bit self-reflective, and I think a lot of people can learn from and relate to, is we need to stop holding, especially children, but to stop holding people accountable to our standards and our ways and our viewpoints, and just really start investigating why people may be acting like they're acting or doing what they're doing. And when you take the negative mindset out of the equation, when you take the dread out of the equation, when you take the assumptions out of the equation, based around people's behavior, you begin to see a lot more clearly your own behavior and how you can experience growth. So I thought that was interesting. We've been doing a lot of fun stuff with camps. We've been doing STEM projects all week. We're building mazes, and that's been super fun. We did this thing where we turned old film canisters and colored paint and Alka-Seltzer tablets into artwork as it explodes. But that was a little bit difficult because everyone was like super excited. It was hard to keep everyone in line a little bit with that one. But just like nature walks and playing in the sprinkler, and I needed this after 4 months of not seeing students. And I got another piece of good news this week. If you watched one of my earlier videos, I briefly touched on the fact that I'm a job coach normally during the school year, and as far as I know, as the current situation, if there is a reopening, because a lot of people don't understand that the reopening isn't scheduled to be official until August 13th of whether schools reopen in my state or not. But for the outline of the plan, my group of students, which is students with special needs and disabilities, are set to come back for in-person instruction 5 days a week, which is wonderful. I have to wonder if some will choose to continue doing schooling at home, just based on like financial reasons or like work reasons and stuff like that. But I'm excited at the prospect of not having to go back to an online situation. I'm very hopeful that we won't continue to see a rise in cases. I think the most that we've had this last several days is 12, but because of irresponsibility in my town, there might be a spike in cases that I would say would probably start 2 weeks from this past Saturday. So we'll have to wait and see when that lines up and how that affects things. The next step is I do hope that gyms get to reopen. I really miss just like being on a treadmill and walking and running for like an hour with my headphones in with music going, because it was just like very cathartic and relaxing to just be there with just that simplicity. And it's really hard to run where I live because it's summer and there are deer flies and horse flies and everything's trying to bite me and buzz in my face. So it's just not a generally pleasant experience. Plus it's really humid, especially this time of year. So hopefully the gyms get to reopen safely, and hopefully we can safely start seeing our students at work 5 days a week. But that might change given the fact that some people say we are experience a second wave, and I think to a certain degree this is true. And I think that in New York State things got really bad downstate really quickly, and I don't know if, and this is a scary thought, but I don't know if we ever really peaked up in upstate New York, and I don't know if we've really seen the last of things. I mean, 150,000 people are dead in this country, and I would hope we've seen the last of those things, but that's just something we'll have to wait and see and hope and pray and hold on to that hope that we can safely return to normal. But that's just a little bit that's been going on in my life. In other news, I'm turning 30 on Sunday, which is kind of crazy. But I don't have any big plans until, not this weekend, but the following weekend. I hopefully get to safely, with social distancing, get out on the boat with my sister, her husband, my mom, my dad, and my husband, and maybe even get in the water a little bit and swim. We're going to stay away from people, obviously, because that hasn't been working out too well up here with people in boats and the whole situation that gets you demonetized if you talk about it in videos. But not that I'm worried about monetization. I have 14 followers. Go ahead. Coronavirus. The situation with coronavirus and the boats and the water and everything spreading cases. So we're going to be extra cautious, and we're going to go to dinner afterwards. And it's going to be really nice to be able to like go out to like a semi-normal social function. Like, I don't know the last time that I've been on a date that hasn't been to our local pub. So this is exciting for me. And next week is the last week of our camp. We are doing a cooking camp. We might not be actually cooking as much. We have a couple of different plans going on, but I'm going to be doing a make your own sparkling lemonade project on Monday, which I'm very excited about because it gets kind of a chance to do a camp that involves like food and nutrition and a little bit of science and stuff, and it's customizable, so there you go. But that's it for today's video. I just wanted to do a quick recap of Morgan posting, Gabby Hanna posting, which I'm probably going to listen to the podcast like shortly thereafter this, and just a little bit of what's been going on in my life. Oh, another thing, makeup influencers on Twitter are really nice, and that might be the subject of a video for next week. But have a nice day, and see you next time. Bye.